Question 371. What authentication factor represents the concept of something you are? A. A finger gesture. B. A fingerprint. C. A password. D. A smart card. Correct answer. B. A fingerprint. MFA, multi-factor authentication, is a security method that requires users to provide 2 or more different factors to verify their identity before gaining access to a system or account. These factors include something you know. This is a factor the user knows, typically a password, PIN, or the answer to a security question. Something you have. This includes physical devices that the user owns, such as a smart card, an authentication code sent via SMS, or an OTP, one-time password, something you are. This refers to biometric factors, using the user's physical or behavioral characteristics, such as fingerprints, facial recognition, or voice. Question 372. What type of denial-of-service attack utilizes multiple computers to overwhelm a target server with traffic? A. Amplified. B. Distributed. C. Permanent. D. Reflective. Correct answer. B. Distributed. Distributed denial-of-service attack is a type of cyber attack in which multiple computers or devices, often part of a botnet, are used to send a massive volume of network traffic to a target server or system. The goal of this attack is to overwhelm the target system, preventing it from responding to legitimate user requests, thereby causing it to become disabled or operate abnormally. Question 373. What is a key improvement of WPA3 over WPA2 in wireless security? A. WPA3 eliminates the need for authentication in Wi-Fi networks. B. WPA3 increases network speed by reducing encryption overhead. C. WPA3 uses stronger encryption and individual session keys for better security. D. WPA3 replaces wireless networks with wired connections for security. Correct answer. C. WPA3 uses stronger encryption and individual session keys for better security. WPA3 improves upon WPA2 by using stronger encryption algorithms, such as SAE instead of PSK, and offering better protection against brute force attacks. It also provides forward secrecy, ensuring past communications remain secure even if a key is compromised. Question 374. What is one major advantage of IPv6 over IPv4? A. IPv6 is faster than IPv4 due to shorter address lengths. B. IPv6 eliminates the need for IP addressing altogether. C. IPv6 supports built-in IPsec for enhanced security. D. IPv6 allows unlimited device connections without routing. Correct answer. C. IPv6 supports built-in IPsec for enhanced security. IPv6 includes built-in support for IPsec, Internet Protocol Security, providing encryption and authentication for secure communication. Unlike IPv4, where IPsec is optional, IPv6 mandates security as part of its protocol design. Question 375. What is the primary function of a load balancer in a network? A. To distribute network traffic across multiple servers. B. To filter traffic based on security rules. C. To provide IP address translation for internal devices. D. To assign MAC addresses to connected devices. Correct answer. A. To distribute network traffic across multiple servers. A load balancer improves network performance and availability by distributing incoming traffic across multiple servers. This helps prevent server overload, reduces response times, and increases redundancy. Unlike firewalls, load balancers do not primarily enforce security policies. Question 376. Which type of load balancing method directs traffic based on the lowest number of active connections on a server? A. Least connections. B. Round robin. C. Source IP hash. D. Weighted round robin. Correct answer. A. Least connections. The least connections method directs new traffic to the server with the fewest active connections, ensuring an even distribution of workload. Round robin rotates requests sequentially, while source IP hash and weighted round robin distribute traffic based on predefined rules. Question 377. Brian is using a tone generator and locator to test a twisted pair cable run. When he places the tone generator on one end of the cable, he fails to hear a tone at the other end. What type of fault has Brian identified? A. Crosstalk. B. Open to C. Short. D. Split pair. Correct answer. B. Open. Open fault refers to a situation where the electrical circuit is incomplete, preventing signals from transmitting. This occurs when one of the wires in the cable is either broken or disconnected at some point in the wiring system, resulting in a failure of communication between devices. Question 378. What type of tool might malicious individuals use to intercept and read passwords transmitted in plain text by applications like FTP and Telnet? A. Packet analyzer. B. Packet sniffer. C. TFTP server. D. Terminal emulator. Correct answer. A. Packet analyzer. Packet analyzer, packet sniffer, is a tool used to capture, monitor, and analyze the data packets transmitted over a network. Malicious individuals can use a packet analyzer to intercept and read sensitive information such as usernames and passwords, especially when these are transmitted in plain text by unencrypted protocols like FTP, File Transfer Protocol, and Telnet. Question 379. How does a load balancer improve network performance? A. By encrypting network traffic for secure communication. B. By blocking malicious traffic from reaching the network. C. By dynamically assigning IP addresses to clients. D. By distributing traffic to multiple servers, preventing overload. Correct answer. D. By distributing traffic to multiple servers, preventing overload. Load balancers enhance performance by distributing requests across multiple servers, reducing individual server strain and improving response times. They do not handle encryption, handled by protocols like SSL/TLS, block malicious traffic, firewall function, or assign IP addresses, DHCP function. Question 380. Which port does HTTP commonly use for web communication? A. 22, B. 53, C. 80, D. 443. Correct answer. C. 80. HTTP typically operates on port 80, allowing web browsers to retrieve and display web pages. HTTPS, which encrypts traffic, uses port 443. Port 22 is used for SSH, and port 53 is used for DNS queries. Question 381. What issues does STP help prevent? A. Collision domains. B. Switching loops. C. Broadcast storms. D. Routing loops. Correct answer. B. Switching loops. STP, Spanning Tree Protocol, is designed to prevent switching loops in a network, which can occur when there are multiple active paths between switches. Without STP, these loops can cause broadcast storms, duplicate frames, and network congestion, leading to network instability. Question 382. Why is it important to determine if anything has changed in the network environment? A. Recent changes, such as new software, hardware, or configurations, could be the cause of the issue. B. It prevents network administrators from needing to document their changes. C. It ensures that older network issues are ignored. D. It guarantees that the problem is caused by an external attack. Correct answer. A. Recent changes, such as new software, hardware, or configurations, could be the cause of the issue. Changes to the network, such as new firmware updates, hardware replacements, or software modifications, can introduce compatibility issues, misconfigurations, or unintended disruptions. Identifying recent changes helps troubleshoot problems more effectively. Question 383. Why is cable testing important in network troubleshooting? A. Tools like TDR and OTDR help detect faults, breaks, or signal loss in cables. B. Network cables rarely fail, so testing is unnecessary. C. A cable tester can only check if a cable is plugged in, not its condition. D. Testing cables is only required when setting up a new network. Correct answer. A. Tools like TDR and OTDR help detect faults, breaks, or signal loss in cables. Cable testers, like time domain reflectometers and optical time domain reflectometers, help diagnose faults, including breaks, signal degradation, and impedance mismatches, ensuring optimal network performance. Question 384. Why might a device be unable to connect to a Wi-Fi network despite using the correct credentials? A. The device's MAC address is blocked by an access control list. B. The network is using WPA3 encryption. C. The router does not support IPv6. D. The SSID is hidden. Correct answer. A. The device's MAC address is blocked by an access control list. If MAC filtering is enabled on the router, only approved devices can connect. If a device's MAC address is not on the allowed list, it will be blocked from accessing the network. Question 385. How can network jitter and latency issues be diagnosed? A. Using ping tests and configuring quality of service settings. B. Enabling MAC filtering. C. Disabling DHCP. D. Configuring static IP addresses. Correct answer. A. Using ping tests and configuring quality of service settings. High jitter and latency can be analyzed using ping tests to measure response times. Implementing QoS settings prioritizes critical traffic, reducing latency in real-time applications like VoIP. Question 386. How can broadcast storms be mitigated in a network? A. Disable DHCP. B. Enable Spanning Tree Protocol. C. Increase the default gateway's bandwidth. D. Use a lower MTU setting. Correct answer. B. Enable Spanning Tree Protocol. Broadcast storms occur when excessive broadcast traffic overwhelms a network. Enabling STP prevents loops that could generate endless broadcast traffic, improving network stability. Question 387. Which command line utility can be used to check the Internet Protocol configuration on a Unix or Linux host? A. ifconfig. B. ipconfig. C. iperf. D. netstat. Correct answer. A. ifconfig. Ifconfig is a command line tool used exclusively on Linux and Unix-based operating systems. When executed, the command displays network information such as the IP address, MAC address, connection status, and protocol status. It allows system administrators to manage and diagnose network conditions. Question 388. Which term refers to the power measurement of a specific transmitter and antenna combination used in a wireless access point? A. MIMO. B. RSSI. C. EIRP. D. SSID. Correct answer. C. EIRP. EIRP, effective isotropic radiated power, is a term used to measure the power level radiated by a wireless device, such as a Wi-Fi transmitter, when combined with the gain of the antenna, with the goal of evaluating the effectiveness of the signal in space. EIRP can be calculated using the following formula. EIRP equals transmit power plus antenna gain. Question 389. What tool can be used on systems other than Unix or Linux? A. ifconfig. B. iptables. C. root. D. tcpdump. Correct answer. C. root. The route command is a command line tool used to display and manage the network routing table on operating systems such as Windows, Unix, and Linux. This table contains information about the routes that the system uses to forward network packets to their intended destinations. Question 390. Which data center security method remains operational during a network outage? A. Biometric scanners. B. Door locks. C. Motion detectors. D. Video surveillance. Correct answer. B. Door locks. Door locks provide physical security and do not rely on network connectivity to function. They continue to restrict access to secure areas, even if the network is down, making them a reliable security measure during outages. Question 391. What should a network technician do if the initial troubleshooting theory is incorrect? A. Reevaluate the symptoms and test an alternative theory based on the findings. B. Assume the issue is resolved and stop further troubleshooting. C. Immediately replace network hardware without further testing. D. Restart all network devices without analyzing the problem. Correct answer. A. Reevaluate the symptoms and test an alternative theory based on the findings. If the initial theory is incorrect, the technician should reassess the problem, gather additional data, and test a different hypothesis using diagnostic tools such as Wireshark, netstat, or NSLOOKUP. Question 392. How can crosstalk in network cables be minimized? A. Only use fiber optic cables for all network connections. B. Avoid using twisted pair cables. C. Use longer cables to separate network traffic. D. Ensure cables are properly twisted and shielded. Correct answer. D. Ensure cables are properly twisted and shielded. Crosstalk occurs when signals from adjacent wires interfere with each other. Using properly twisted and shielded cables helps reduce this interference and maintain signal integrity. Question 393. When is the best time to deploy operating system updates in a company? A. Automatically. B. After testing. C. As needed. D. Only on the second Tuesday of each month. Correct answer. B. After testing. Operating system updates should be deployed after testing to ensure compatibility with company systems and applications. Testing updates helps prevent disruptions and verifies that they do not introduce security vulnerabilities or performance issues. Question 394. Which network topology provides the greatest level of redundancy? A. Star. B. Ring. C. Mesh. D. Bus. Correct answer. C. Mesh. A mesh topology connects each device to multiple others, creating multiple paths for data transmission. Mesh topology enhances redundancy and fault tolerance by allowing data to reach its destination even if one or more connections fail. Question 395. In her new role as a network administrator, Stacy was given 2 user accounts. One account is for regular user activities, while the other provides her with the necessary privileges to perform administrative tasks. Which of the following security concepts does this scenario illustrate? A. Defense in depth. B. Least privilege. C. Multi-factor authentication. D. 0 day. Correct answer. B. Least privilege. Least privilege is a security principle that requires users to be granted the minimum level of access necessary to perform their tasks. This principle helps protect systems from various threats, including both external and internal attacks, by preventing unnecessary access to critical parts of the system. Question 396. What complement does not participate in the 802.1x authentication process? A. Authentication server. B. Authenticator. C. Authorizing agent. D. Supplicant. Correct answer. C. Authorizing agent. The 802.1x protocol is a network authentication standard primarily used in LAN and Wi-Fi environments to verify and authenticate devices before granting access to the network. This protocol is commonly employed in high-security systems such as enterprise networks or public wireless networks. The components involved in an 802.1x transaction include supplicant, the device or user attempting to connect to the network; authenticator, the network device to which the supplicant connects, such as a switch or wireless access point; authentication server, the server responsible for verifying the authentication information from the supplicant, typically a radius; remote authentication dial-in user service server. Question 397. What security issue is significantly reduced by regularly applying operating system updates and patches to network computers? A. Denial of service attacks. B. Malware. C. Port security. D. Social engineering. Correct answer. B. Malware. Operating system updates often contain security patches that fix known vulnerabilities that malware can exploit. These patches address issues that could allow viruses, worms, trojans, or other malicious software to infect a system. By keeping the operating system up to date, you reduce the likelihood of malware taking advantage of these weaknesses. Question 398. What security issue is significantly reduced by regularly applying operating system updates and patches to network computers? A. Key fobs. B. Locking cabinets. C. Motion detection. D. Video surveillance. Correct answer. D. Video surveillance. Video surveillance is a security method that allows monitoring activities in sensitive areas. This approach uses cameras and surveillance systems to record and observe the movements and actions of individuals within a specific space, with the goal of ensuring the safety of employees and assets. Question 399. After observing unusually long response times when pinging external hosts, but normal response times to internal devices, what should the technician do next? A. Check if any network equipment has been recently replaced. B. Power cycle the web server. C. Replace users' network cables with known good ones. D. Verify that malware has not disabled the user's PC firewalls. Correct answer. A. Check if any network equipment has been recently replaced. If internal devices operate correctly, but external hosts face delays, the problem is probably linked to the network infrastructure. Reviewing whether any recent changes or replacements in network equipment occurred can help pinpoint the cause of the slowdown. Question 400. The network setup being tested for redundancy at the main distribution frame is facing failures. The traffic includes both multicast and unicast signals. Which of the following would be most effective in managing the rerouting of network traffic due to service disruption? A. Layer 3 switch. B. Proxy server. C. Layer 2 switch. D. Smart hub. Correct answer. A. Layer 3 switch. A Layer 3 switch combines the functionality of a switch and a router, enabling it to manage both unicast and multicast traffic. It can perform dynamic routing and reroute traffic automatically in case of network disruptions, making it effective for redundancy. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful for you, don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more practice questions and tips.